Good day, people. This is my top principles with Microservice TV platform. I just really want to talk on this issue of leadership, and I hear different debates on the internet, and people talk about things. Some say you don't blame the government. Some say you don't blame only the government when a country is not working. Even in organizations, some say you don't blame the head. I just want to quickly correct something here. See, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to whether something is working or not, the leaders take full responsibility. Okay, if you're a fan of football, a fan of soccer, you know that when a team is not playing well, it's not the player that gets fired. It's the coach. The same thing that was not playing well last season is winning a cup, winning all the trophies this season because of a change of coach. Okay, so especially now that we are going to a selection of leaders, we need to be very careful. We need to listen. You have the right to choose whoever you want to choose as a leader, but you need to listen to the body language of leaders. You need to listen to the plans and programs they have, because when a leader is not willing to take responsibility for something, that means he's not a leader. Okay, so you go to good countries, you say, okay, these are good countries. Everything is working in this country. Doesn't mean that they are not bad citizens in that country. Pay attention to, just listen to the news. Okay, when you travel to these countries you are calling good countries, take time to listen to the news. Look at what some citizens are doing, and look at the way the leaders are very fast at tackling what they do. Okay, a country that has good leaders and bad citizens tend to do better than a country that have good citizens and bad leaders. Okay, so I always refer to Miles Monroe. He said a team of goats that is led by a lion will always win. He said an army. Okay, he said an army of goats that is led by a lion will always win an army of lions that is led by goats. So it's trying to make you understand how leadership is a very very sensitive substance. It's a very sensitive thing when it comes to leadership. So please, even in the Bible, I always refer to the Bible because I'm an evangelist. When it comes to blaming and putting the responsibility on leaders, if you read the book of Samuel very well, which is one of my favorite scriptures, you find out that when Eli's children were misbehaving, what happened? It was Eli that they were not the only ones that were punished. Eli himself was punished for that. Okay, and even when other area parts in the Bible where some people misbehaved, the leaders were punished as well. The only time like I wrote here, the only time a leader can be spared from punishment when the followers misbehave is when he, in all ramifications, can prove that he had separated himself from that behavior, and also that he has tried with everything he has to stop that behavior. Perhaps it got out of hand and it could not help. So that's the only two ways a leader can be spared. It's proven that there are evidences to show that he separated himself from that behavior, and he also tried with everything in his arsenal to stop that behavior. Like in the case of Samuel. Samuel was a very nice, fantastic prophet, but his children were not like that. The children were misbehaving. The children were doing all sort of things that are sacrilegious in the house of God. And what happened? Samuel called all the people and said, can you please tell me, what have I in any way collected money from you? Have I in any way taken something? Have I in any way collected bribe from you? Have I taken anything from you by force? Please come out and say, like, he came out with his slates. He put it on the table for everybody to judge him. And they all said, no, Samuel, you have not done this. You are different from your children. Please give us a king. Because if your children should rule us, that will be the end. They can never be like you. And you are getting old. So if you die and you leave us with your children, that will be the end of this kingdom. That will be the end of this country. So that was why they started clamoring for kings, because the Samuel's children were totally different from Samuel, and Samuel separated himself from them and even tried as much as possible to see how he could stop it was out of hand. That is the only time a leader can be spared from the punishment. Have we seen that? No. So please, when you make a statement that that is not only the government, or it's not only the leaders that should be blamed, then in that case you're showing your lack of knowledge when it comes to leadership. So that is by the wayside. Now, what are those good things that can make a leader to become bad? What are those things that can make a good leader to become bad? So please, just click on the next teaching. I remain Mike Top Principles on Mike Osage TV.